Hello, welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour, where I, Marcus Bronzy, and
Sean,
check out the internet, have a few laughs, and have a chat, really. You know, when I describe what this podcast is to people, a lot of the time, I just have to be honest with them and say it consists of the same material that most podcasts do, which is two ignorant men having a conversation. Me, the more ignorant of the two, hence me filling space with conversation and random words until I run out. And the more intelligent one of us,
the
yourself.
level with the bar is very low, though. I'll take that as a win.
100% is. So yeah, if it's your first time listening, welcome to the show. If it's not your first time listening, welcome to the show. There we go.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the
show. Should I say welcome back?
Welcome back.
All right, man. Listen, if it's your first time here, kick off your shoes. No shoes here in here, please. Slippers only. If you're returning, you know the deal, innit? Don't fuck around. Yeah, you know where the juice is. Make yourself a squash. Is that better?
Sure.
How you doing, Sean? We actually did have a week off from each other last week. Right?
So do I not look like so much younger than I did last week?
You look
2 weeks ago.
Like, I need to know what your secret is, bro. What have you been doing?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing to stay younger anyway. Probably the opposite.
Can we just get behind the curtain a little bit with us? Beforehand, sometimes Sean and I are like, what have you been up to? And I looked Sean straight in the eye and was just like, I think I just worked, bro, since I've last seen you. You get me? And had a slice of birthday cake.
Yeah, man, anything interesting, exciting did you like? No, bro.
Yo, trains were delayed the other day.
Exciting.
So what'd you do with that delayed time? Oh, I just opened my laptop on the train and worked.
More work. I took some time off the other day. Oh, what did you get up to? Work.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's bad. But Sean, I'd like to step right into it. Our first part of the show is where Sean and I find some funnies on the internet and share them with each other. It is called and before we get into this, We've had more complaints about my usage of the sound effects buttons. So again, if this is your first time, this is a much reduced...
You'll have no scar tissue. For everyone else, I apologise in advance. I can't control this.
It's time for our jokes.
Of the week. On the week.
Oh no, you're gonna...
This guy, honestly, this guy.
Sean, like I have in the past, I've got some classics for you, and I've got some remixes. I've got some ones that I think you're really gonna like this week, Sean. I think you at the end of this jokes of the week, I think you're gonna be like, this Marcus guy, he's found some funnies.
Oh, this would be a change, right?
But this is a remix of one, or I think you might have told it to me, but I like it so much I want to tell it back to you.
Fair play.
A man reaches the logic stage of his interview process. The man interviewing him says, there are 500 bricks on a plane. You drop one outside. How many are left? The applicant says, easy, 499 bricks. Interviewer, what are the 3 steps to put an elephant into a fridge? Applicant, open fridge, put elephant in, close fridge. Interviewer, what are the 4 steps to put a deer in the fridge? Applicant, open fridge, take elephant out, put deer in, close fridge. Interviewer, it's a lion's birthday. All the animals are there except one. Why? Applicant, because the deer is in the fridge. Interviewer, how does an old woman cross the swamp filled with crocodiles? Applicant, she just crosses it because the crocodiles are at the lion's birthday. Interviewer, last question, the old lady died. Why? Applicant, I guess she drowned. Interviewer, no, she was hit by a brick. You may leave now.
You know what, yeah? I heard this joke, but I heard it being told by a Donny, and it was, he switched the, he was like, he was doing it with someone.
Yeah.
So he was like asking them, and then they were like, oh, I don't know. He was like, well, you open the fridge door and you stuff the elephant in. And he goes, and then he said, giraffe. And he went, oh, you open the door and put the giraffe in? He went, no, you open the door, you take the elephant out, then you put the giraffe in. It was like that. And he kept asking him, he was like, why is he not at the lion's, who's not at the lion's birthday? And he was like, I don't know, the elephant? He was like, no, the giraffe, because he's in the fridge. But it's a good one, I like it.
It's a good joke, but I would hate to be the person being asked those questions because I'd never get it right. I'd be like, fuck your elephant and fridge, man.
Are you fitting an elephant? How small is this? How big is this fridge?
Exactly.
How small is this elephant? What's going on?
Yeah. Is it a Smeg fridge or is it a Bosch fridge? We need to know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so there you go. That's the first of my jokes.
I don't think I told you that one.
You didn't?
I didn't tell you that one. I just saw someone. I saw someone online telling that one on a clip.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. Was I right in thinking it was suited to Sean?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, cool.
On hearing that her elderly grandfather had just passed away, Kate went straight to her grandparents' house to visit her 95-year-old grandmother and comfort her. When she asked how her grandfather had died, her grandmother replied, "He had a heart attack while we were making love on Sunday morning." Horrified, Kate told her grandmother that two people nearly 100 years old having sex would surely be asking for trouble. "Oh, no, my dear," replied Grandma. "Many years ago, realizing our advanced age, we figured out the best time to do it was when the church bells would start to ring. It was just the right rhythm, nice and slow and even. Nothing too strenuous, simply in on the ding and out on the dong." She paused, wiped away a tear, and then continued, "And if that damned ice cream truck hadn't come along, he'd still be alive today." That's so dumb.
I like it. All right. 3 men are sitting in a room smoking it up. After a few smokes, they run out of stuff. One of the men stands up and says, "Hold tight, I'll just nip into the kitchen and roll one of my secret specials." Have you heard this before?
No.
Oh, you're looking at me like you've heard this
invested.
before. All right, sorry. I'll start that again. 3 men are sitting in a room smoking that stuff. After a few smokes, they run out. One of the men stands up and says, "Hold tight, I'll nip to the kitchen and roll one of my specials." Off he goes to the kitchen where he takes some cumin, turmeric, and a couple of other spices from the spice rack, grinds them and rolls them up. On his return, he hands it to one of the smoking partners who lights it and takes a really long drag. Within seconds, the guy passes out. 10 minutes goes by and he's still out cold, so they decide to take him to hospital. On arrival, he's wheeled into intensive care. The doctor returns to his friends and goes, "So what was this guy smoking?" One of the guys replies, "We ran out of gear, so I rolled a homemade special." "Oh," replies the doctor. "What did you put in it?" A bit of cumin, turmeric, and a couple of other spices, I think." The doctor sighs. "Well, that explains it." "Why? What's wrong with him?" demands the men. The doctor sighs and says, "He's in a coma."
That is so bad. Oh, shit. It's so bad. I love it. It's so bad, though.
I'm going to hit you with a double right in the back.
I thought it was going to be some 5 spice, or is it going to be...
Last week, you've heard this before, but I love it. Last week I was bored, so I decided to swap around the labels on my wife's spice rack. So far, she hasn't noticed. But mark my words, her time is...
Time is cumin. Oh, it's another banger. It's an absolute banger.
I couldn't even get it out. It's so fucking dumb.
Hey. I just remembered one that I've got today. It's for later.
Okay. By the way, I just want to say our After Dark joke section is growing.
I thought we got like 18,000 jokes for that. And
There's 6 million ways to die, bro. And lots of them are in
6
there.
million ways to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can't remember if I've done this one, so I'm just going to do it again. There we go. A woman came home screeching her car into the driveway. She ran into the house. She slammed the door and shouted excitedly, "Honey, pack your bags. I just won the lottery." The husband was super excited. "Oh my God, what should I pack? Beach stuff, mountain stuff? It doesn't matter. Just get out."
It's a classic, sure. It's a classic. All right. A mother has 2 sons. The older one turns out to be fantastic at speaking, and the younger one is extremely book smart and good at school. As they grow up, the younger one smashes school and gets a PhD. The older one gets into politics and eventually becomes the president of the United States. The now president calls his mother and says, "I can't wait to see you at the inauguration." The mother says, "I don't really know. Flying's a bit of a pain these days." The president replies, "Mum, you'll be flying on Air Force One." His mother replies, "Yeah, but can I get a cab to the airport?" The president replies, "Mum, you'll be arriving in the presidential limo." His mother replies, "Yeah, but what kind of hotel rooms are available on such a busy day?" The president replies, "Mum, you'll be staying in Lincoln's bedroom." The mother finally agrees and is sitting in the front row at the inauguration. As her son is being sworn in, she turns to the vice president who's sitting next to her. "You see that man on the stage with his hand on the Bible?" "Yes," replies the vice president. The mother swirls with pride and goes, "His little brother's a doctor."
Touche. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Their
Oh,
siblings in the comments.
Ah. A guy goes to the doctor. The doctor asks, "What's the problem?" "Well, doc, I have a stuttering problem." "Well, I'll be honest, I used to have a stuttering problem too. Then one day, my wife sucked me off 4 times in a row. Now, as you can hear, I no longer stutter. Maybe you should give it a try." Okay. The patient returns. "Well, doc, I did what you said, what you told me to do, but it didn't work at all. But I must say, what a beautiful house you have." Okay, I knew you could see it coming from like the first.
You're going to laugh at the next show that I read out.
I was
Lee calls into work and says, "Hey boss, I won't come into work today. I'm really sick. I've got a headache, a stomachache, and my legs hurt." The boss says, "You know what, Lee? I really need you today. When I feel like this, I go to my wife. I explain how bad I feel, and I ask her if she can show me a good time. 9 times out of 10, she feels sorry for me and gives me a helping hand. That makes everything better, and I can go to work. You should try it." 2 hours later, Lee calls again and says, "Boss, I did what you said, and I feel great. I'll be at work ASAP. Also, you got a nice house."
Okay. My wife found out I was cheating on her after she found all the letters I was hiding. She got really mad and said she's never, ever playing Scrabble with me again.
Dyslexics unite! Sam walks into the pharmacy and asks for Bottom deodorant. The assistant, a little bemused, explains to Sam that they have never sold Bottom deodorant. Sam, unfazed, assures the assistant behind the counter that they've been buying it on a regular basis and would like some more. The shop assistant thinks for a moment, knowing full well that they don't stock the item, smiles at Sam and says, "One moment, I'll get the pharmacist." The pharmacist looks at Sam and says, "Can I help you?" Sam goes, "I'd like to buy some Bottom deodorant, please." "I'm sorry," says the pharmacist, "we don't have any." "But I always get it here," says Sam. "Do you have the container it comes in?" asks the pharmacist. "Yes," says Sam, I'll go and get it." So Sam returns with the container and hands it to the pharmacist, who looks at it and says to Sam, "This is a normal stick of underarm deodorant." Slightly annoyed, Sam snatches the container back and reads out loud from the label, "To apply, push up bottom."
Oh, you gotta make the instructions clearer.
Look.
It's an easy mistake to make.
You know when it has like instructions on stuff like "do not put in eye"? I'm like, why would I ever want to put this in my eye? But you know what?
We have to. The way that society works is that we have to. whoever's the stupidest person that there is, that's the person that we have to make all the rules for. Right?
Do not drink pool water. Pool water is not for drinking. There we go.
You know, stuff. You know, we were talking about this before about in the UK, there'd be like, if there was like a river, there'd be these barriers, these massive signs being like, "Don't drive into the water," and all this stuff. And you're like, yeah. And look, I remember the comedian was saying like in Amsterdam, they just treat everyone like adults. Do you know what I mean? They're like, "Is your bike wet, mate?" He's like, "Yeah." "You're in the wrong bit." Oh dear. All right. I was shopping yesterday and picked up half a loaf of bread, a small packet of sliced ham, a couple of apples, some hand lotion, some tissues, and a 2-litre bottle of soft drink. As I was paying for them, the checkout girl looked at what I was buying and looked at me and said, "You must be single, aren't you?" I was a bit surprised at the statement, to be honest, and the question, but I answered, "Yes, I am." "What was it that told you that I'm single? Was it the hand lotion or the tissues or the small amount of food?" "No," she replied. "You're just that fucking ugly." Savage.
I started my job as a bingo caller last night, and halfway through calling the numbers, I farted loud. I'll do that again if you want to start throwing glasses around. Fucking hell.
Give me this fucking massive glass.
It's like a comedy-sized glass, isn't it?
Smashing it up. So.
I really have a thing like if you go to someone's house and they ask for a drink and they give you like a shot.
I see.
Like, "Thank you, I love a bottle."
But that's because you drink so much. For me, a thimble takes me like 4 hours to drink it. So it's
Yeah, I'm like a camel, innit?
Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough. Fair enough. I started a new job as a bingo caller last night, and halfway through calling the numbers, I farted loudly. My boss immediately came over to me and whispered in my ear, "Don't do that again." "Sorry," I said, "it must be the nerves." "Fair enough," he replied, "but there was no need to hold the microphone directly to your bum."
If you feel one in the chamber, you got to let everyone know.
Queen of Hearts, not a shot.
All right, so this is the stupid shit that I find funny. What's yellow and really painful if it gets into your eye?
What's I don't know.
A bulldozer. Oh, it's so dumb.
That is amazing.
It's the what's red and
Bad for your teeth.
Bad for your teeth.
A brick. I love that.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm done for the week, Sean.
Oh, okay. Let me. I've got a couple. All right. A man goes to see. No, fuck that bit. We'll just start from Master. I know you are wise beyond words, so you know the answer to this question. What is the greatest piece of wisdom in the world? The greatest piece of wisdom is this: never, ever argue with stupid people, answers the wise man. I don't think that's the greatest piece of wisdom in the world, says the man. You're right, answers the wise man.
It's a good point.
Good point. One more, or leave it there?
I think we'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there.
Shall we leave it there? And those were our jokes.
The week.
What was that? What was the in the background? Did you hear that?
That's called phasing, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
it's getting
Right.
worse.
So, Sean, before we move on to our next part, right? This is a thing that's been flying around the internet a little while, and I kind of like it, and I want us to get into this.
Okay.
If we can answer this list, great. But I'm just going to reel off the list.
Okay. No idea what this is.
10 things to steal from somebody if you break into their house and wish to mildly inconvenience them. I'm going to go through them quick, and then you can let me know what
Electric
stands out.
toothbrush charger.
There we go. All right. Save it, Sean. Let me go through and see if you can answer it. Right.
Okay.
All nail clippers, all toilet paper except for one roll, can opener, right? Plate from the microwave. Laces out of shoes. All of the spoons. Shelves from the fridge and freezer. Down volume button on TV remotes. And condoms. There you go.
Okay.
But you had one already. What was that you came with straight away?
I just came with the if you it's something that someone wouldn't realise for a bit, innit? So if you stole someone's electric toothbrush charger, it will get to the point where the electric toothbrush will run out, and then they'll go,
Yeah.
"The fuck is on a charger?" And it must have been that time where the shelves from the fridge got stolen.
But trying to use a fridge or a freezer with no shelves that's drama, bro, isn't it? That is long.
I'm just trying to think of like, is it only to mildly inconvenience someone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the spoons is good because spoons can do what a fork can do if you need it to, right?
Oh, but it's annoying not having a fork as well.
I know. But imagine like someone makes a really nice soup.
you just drink that bad boy, innit?
Yeah, you got a
Drink from the bowl.
straight to the dome, innit?
Man's going to do a bachelor's cup.
Yeah.
You know?
How many sugars do you want in your tea?
Another packet soups.
Yeah. How many sugars do you want in your tea? I'll have 17 forks, please. or 1 teaspoon.
Hey, I think there's a lot of sneaky ones where you just go,
Yeah.
earbuds, get rid of all the earbuds.
Oh, I think the one that stood out to me that I thought would really annoy you is the down volume button on TV remotes. That's horrible, isn't it?
Especially if you stuck the up volume one.
Yeah.
You placing that one down.
What you do, right, is think about it. You go to your TV, you turn the volume up a bit, and then when you want to turn it down, because it's too loud, it wouldn't work. So what's the next thing you do if the down isn't working? Try the up again just to see if it's working properly, don't you?
I don't know
You
about
doing it, so you go like, oh, what? Like you try another button, and then the closest button to it is usually the volume. So you've gone up twice now, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. So then in your head, you're like, is it me or is it just going up? So you might one more time.
Or the biggest fuckery is if you put another little bit inside so that when they press the up volume, when you press the down volume, it just went up as well. So either the up or the down, it went up. That would be great.
Even the power button up as well.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Yeah,
that's a good prank, actually.
That's a
pretty. But the microwave plate as well. That's you know, the ones that you just quickly. The fuck?
Yeah.
Don't know. No, I would have known if I watched that microwave plate. I do that once every 4 months.
And like, where do you get the new plate from? I'm not in the business of buying new plates for my microwave because I've never had to get a new one.
You have to try and do that the kind of triangle thing in the middle for it to sit perfectly. That would be really annoying, actually.
Funnily enough, we have actually mildly inconvenienced somebody.
I know exactly.
A mutual friend of ours, where we
might have accidentally hid all of his footwear.
Did we hide all of his left shoes?
You know when you say we,
you are part of this.
I wasn't involved in it. No, I wasn't even involved.
We were at a house party, and at the end of the night, the host had been a really good host, so we thought we'd thank. The thing is, he was a really good host. We thought we'd thank the host.
The same host that you stole his fucking whole thing of macaroni that his missus cooked. You're a dick.
We could talk about that another time. Sorry, but we took the laces out of his shoe. I think we took the laces out of his shoes
and then hid his crepes
and put some of his crepes.
And it was a Sunday because it was Monday morning. Yeah. The next day, man was finding one of his shoes in the washing machine.
One in the dishwasher. Did he go to work with no laces that day?
Yeah, I think he did. He just thought, fuck it.
And you know what the worst thing is? If he comes into work, someone goes like, "You right, mate?" Looks down.
What? Are you all right? You're all right, but you're all right.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I mean,
why haven't you got any laces?
Yeah, oh man.
Oh man.
Oh no, you haven't got any more to add. Oh, there's
I don't know. I'm trying to think what else you could do.
Really annoying ones, right?
Yeah.
You look at their medicine cabinet, eye drops, just pour all the eye drops out.
Oh no, that's mean.
Oh, I just need some relief. Just dust coming out in it.
All the soap, all kinds of soaps. You just have
what
water.
You're replacing with?
Just nothing. Okay. Just air. Just if there's no soap, like nothing.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Our fairy liquid's gone as well.
Not even fairy liquid.
Not even fairy liquid. Because at a stretch in it, you could wash your nothing. All soap gone. That's mildly inconvenient.
That's annoying.
Or how about all of the deodorant apart from the last half a spray, or the last antiperspirant apart from the last half? So they go.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
One armpit left of spray in each antiperspirant. That's a mad thing to steal as well.
It is. Oh, what about all towels?
Oh, that is inconvenience, isn't it?
Like, especially if you removed all towels, all toilet roll, and tissue roll. Imagine that. You just wash your hands, you turn around, and you're like, fuck's my hand towel gone?
Yeah.
Never mind. Where the fuck am I?
I don't think since I've been very young I've ever tried to dry myself with no towel. That is long. A towel is so important.
A hairdryer would work.
Yeah,
you just have to be careful.
Ooh, you don't want to burn yourself.
You know what it is as well? If you have chains on and you're like, you don't realise, the chain can get like fucking burning hot. I've done that before. Be like, oh, Jesus Christ. What about this?
Yeah.
Remove all salt.
Ooh.
Because let's be honest,
that's good, you know.
Wait, let's be honest. Food without any salt, it's a bit sad. Isn't it?
What if we level it up, right? All salt and pepper.
Well, man's got to draw into that cupboard for the 5 spice.
So you're trying to use
the thyme and the cumin.
So you're there, you're trying to eat something, it's all cubing back to this point. So imagine that, like you're trying to have something simple, like, you know, fish and chips or something, right?
Just make an egg.
Just make it.
Imagine that. Just make an egg. Oh yeah, just a bit of salt. You make a hard-boiled egg with some soldiers, yeah, and you're there like, You sat down, you've made your cup of tea,
Yeah.
you've cracked the, what do you call it? You cracked the top of the,
The
egg
lid,
off.
yeah, the lid off.
Lid off, you're
I
like,
call it the lid, yeah.
the lid, and you're like,
Oh.
what was you going to put on it?
You would have to start putting random stuff like,
Well,
Sean, why have you put cayenne pepper on your boiled egg? I don't know, bro. I just
Saffron, you got to go bougie. Just gotta go. Man, just some tikka masala powder, just whatever.
why have you got all-purpose seasoning on your scrambled eggs, bro? It's all-purpose, isn't it? Because having jerk scrambled eggs.
Hey, that sounds banging. Maybe it would just maybe it would make you a better chef, but I think that would pierce off.
Yeah.
Like you said, imagine you just have like some chips and you're like, what are you gonna do? Have soy sauce? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? That could. Wait, soy sauce on chips could work. You know?
Soggy chips. Make your chips soggy though.
Yeah,
but
fair
you know.
enough. Yeah, man. So yeah, those were our mildly
And let us know if
inconveniencing
you have
thefts.
any more that are like, because there are some which are like majorly, but there's a balance of something that you just go. If you clock, let's say one of your mates said it to you, when you clocked and you went, "What's an arsehole?" What is he? Even I'm gonna put this out there, right? I had a house party before, yeah, and this was about 15 years ago. You know what got stolen?
What?
And this was the worst thing about it, yeah. I knew everyone super well, yeah. So I'm like, my remote control for my TV upstairs in my bedroom, fam. Bro, I'm not lying. It was there, and then it wasn't there, and I thought, see, this is what, because it was super close. I don't care if people go up to my bedroom, whatever. But I'm like, who went up to my bedroom and thought, someone else clapped my remote.
It's like the perfect crime. It's like the perfect crime because it's not something you'd stop a party to like, yo, guys, has anyone seen my
It's
remote?
probably down the side of the sofa, innit?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably, bro, everything got turned upside down. The only thing I could think of, apart from that, is if somebody thought they were being funny, but they were too drunk to remember that they hid it. I have since moved 4 times from that place. So like,
Never found it.
I never found it. I thought I would have found it unless like they were like, yo, there's a loose floorboard here. Let me just...
I've always wondered why you've had
thing?
such an interest in people's televisions when we go to their house. Oh, that's what I see. What model is that? Oh, Samsung.
Let me have a look at the remote. Let me look at the remote. Like, no, let me... Walk over and be like, this guy's suspect. Nah, he's got an LG. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. It's one.
Life's good for you. Life's good for you. That is a weird thing to nick. So did you ever get to the bottom of it?
Never.
And it never turned up?
Never turned up. I had to buy a...
Never turned down either. Never turned anything again.
Unfortunately, I had to buy a... I either bought a replacement or I bought one of those universal...
Oh, they were a treat.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
ones that like, with 1001 combinations guaranteed to work with every device.
And it was like all in one.
Yeah,
one of them ones.
yeah.
Yeah, it was one of them. I think it was one of those ones.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? It's a bit of a side note. Do you remember someone in our class had the remote control, the watch that could remote control
talking about
TVs,
this
didn't
the
they?
other day,
And
actually.
I think was it? Am I misremembering this? They were turning off the TV while we were having a video.
I think it was H.
Oh yeah,
Because he was literally saying, he was like, when I was talking to him the other day, he said, "Oh, do you remember the Casio?" Yeah. It was G as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And we were like, I remember especially that it was. I remember a time in it was like music class or something, and they like rolled out the old
VHS.
VHS.
You got to explain this to
integrated.
the young people, you know.
So it was a square TV with a very concave. Concave.
made out of glass.
Made out of glass. The thing where it's not, it was only like probably like 21 inch or something. Even for that was crazy.
21 inch?
Maybe it was 14. Maybe it's probably 14, but it weighed about 14 tons.
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
same
like
time.
looking out of a porthole.
Yeah, I mean, but back in the day,
Yeah.
if everyone knows, you're gassed.
And the teacher would wheel it in, and it'd have
Wheel
like
it in.
it would be so prized this possession, the VHS player in it, because the TV you can't nick it; it's too big. The VHS thing used to have a lock on the front.
It
Do you
would
remember?
have, if it
was locked
wasn't because like sometimes you get the ones integrated with the TV. That's if you were
big money.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And so, but yeah, if you managed to, you could program it so that the watch worked as a remote, and just as you can imagine, as we were like 8, 9 years old or whatever, that was like the greatest prank ever in the world, the history of the world.
Also, quite a dry prank because back in the day you needed to plug into a antenna to get any other TV channel. you couldn't actually watch any other show. All you could do is just stop the video or turn off the
it
TV.
off.
That was it. So everyone was like, oh my God, what a prank. And the teacher goes, it seems to have turned off. Let me turn it on again.
And
Go
everyone's
and do
like,
it again.
pissing themselves, and she's like, these lot are not all right.
Kids nowadays.
They're very easily entertained. Yes, it
you
was
go.
1998 or something. So yeah.
So Sean, I don't know. Do you have a killer bit of the week at all, or how have you killed some time?
I'll be very brief because I don't think that would be that many people that would be
Okay.
interested in it. I watched Rory McIlroy finally win the Grand Slam yesterday, and it was momentous.
People said
It was.
they almost felt like shedding a tear. I
Bro.
spoke to people today, and they said they felt full of tears.
Bro, I almost-
men and women.
I almost
young
cried,
and
bro.
old. Really?
It's for the people that don't know, I'm going to explain it super quickly. In golf, there's 4 major championships. In the history of golf, only 5 players have ever won all of them, and they call that the Grand Slam. And Rory won the other 3 11 years ago.
In 1 year?
Over the space of a couple of years.
Yeah.
But he also, and so the one yesterday was the Masters, probably the most prestigious event that golf has. And in 2011, he had like a 3-shot lead on the last day, and he completely stuffed it. So not only that, was that since 2014, not only has he not won the Masters, he hasn't won another major since. And so every year the pressure just ramps up. Like he wins other competitions, but when it comes to a Masters, the pressure is so much so that he just he's not able to. It's like everything is about him. Every single time it's a major, it's all about Rory. It's all about Rory. So for him, and trust me, he tried to like throw it away at times. Like you just think, oh my God, he's actually doing it, and then he would just do like the most ridiculous shit ever, and then you're like. And there was a point in which I thought to myself yesterday, if the lead that he had, and he almost threw it away a number of times, if he had thrown it away, I honestly, my personal feeling is that the scar tissue would have been too much, and he would never ever have done it. Because there's already so much scar tissue accumulated over like a decade, more than a decade, well, almost 14, 15 years from 2011. And not only that, is he fucked it right at the end, and then had to go into a playoff. So Justin Rose posted a score of 11 under, then went into the clubhouse, and then he had a 5-foot putt at the end to win at 12 under, and he missed it. And so then he had to then play on the last hole. They do one sudden death, they call it. And he had to play in it, and he won the hole, so he won. Oh, man, you should have seen this guy as a bruv. When he won, not only was I emotional, I was like close to shedding a tear, but I mean, you could see it was like 15 years of like pressure and pent up emotion. It was amazing for anyone that's actually into golf. It was for me. I've been more than 10 years running. I've been like every single major that he plays at. I'm like, come on, bro, this is your year. Well, this is your time, innit? And then
It's giving me like palpitations thinking about it. Like this is I don't know if there's anything comparable in sport where someone's had 14 years of that kind of pressure.
I've just put it out there. The other 5 people that managed this feat, the last time being Tiger Woods in the year 2000, and before that 1966 was the last time that someone else did it, I believe. But it was like some people did it on their first try. Some people, and the most was like their 3rd try, and it's taken him obviously 11 years, man. And every single time, it's like just crazy pressure. And yeah, for him to actually come through it and do it was. I honestly, I've never been less sure of someone doing something. Whilst I was watching it, I was like, he will shit the bed at some point, and he did. But hear me out, yeah. So, shit in the bed, right? This is what I think of. This is, and people could probably disagree with me, but this is what I think's happened. Initially, he tried, Rory, he was like, oh man, I need to like figure out how to not shit the bed. And then, after like 8 years, he was like, I think this shit in the bed is just part of who I am. So what I need to do is I need to figure out another strategy so that when I shit the bed, I bounce back even more.
Wow. Okay.
That's my
So a nappy of sorts.
like
No, I like bouncing back better. Sorry, I just
but like if he shit the bed, if he shit the bed and goes back, we're not even going to do it in golf terms. But let's say he goes back 2 steps, his bounce back ability needs to be at least +2 or +3 steps.
Okay, all right.
And I think that's what he's done. He's like, oh no, I do shit the bed from time to time, but I'm going to make it a strength of mine.
So now that he's done it, will he ever do it again? Do you think statistically?
It's going to go. There's two. I mean, I'm sure there are more different thought processes behind this, but I think there's 2 ways of seeing it. A, he's never ever in his whole life in golf ever going to experience the pressure that he felt or has felt over the past coming years. It's impossible unless he goes for another. Like, he's already won the Grand Slam, so he can't. He can't win it. It's not about trying to win the Grand Slam again. It's just like you won the Grand Slam. So he's now reached the pinnacle of the amount of pressure that he will ever experience in golf, which I think is incredible. So now, I think either one way, he's going to go, oh, fucking free and breezy. I don't have this pressure. And usually Rory, when he plays like that, is amazing. He just have the pressure on him. He just plays his game. He's one of the most talented players there are. Or this has been the monkey on his back for so long that finally he gets rid of that monkey and it gets rid of his desire and motivation to succeed. I don't think it will be that way because I think he's a born competitor, but it could do, innit? When you've had something that's weighed so heavily on your shoulder for so long, it could have been the only thing that was getting him up, driving, motivating him.
So he might be like, so on one hand he could just fall off, on the other hand he could be coming up to next big games and he's so flippant because
So
at the top
chill.
going, all right guys, gonna do this with my eyes closed.
It's like,
amazing.
done that Grand Slam.
Yeah.
I don't have the pressure on winning a Masters. Not only did he win another major, but he won the major that he needed to win to get the Grand Slam because he'd got the US Open, the Open, and the PGA Championship previously. So not only did he break his duck of more than 10 years for getting another major, he did it to get the Grand Slam and become one of 5 or 6 people that have ever done it in the world, which is... And it was emotion.
Yeah, man.
It was.
I don't want to get into it too much, but there was all this weird stuff about him and his wife not looking as happy as she should have.
Oh yeah, I'm
What
not gonna lie.
thinking
I
is-
said the same thing.
Yeah.
She was
Maybe
like,
that's just how they
she was
are.
just like,
Yeah, maybe that's just how they
I'm
are.
there losing my shit. I'm like, I'm not even married to this time.
Yeah, you're crying. What? You cry more.
Yeah. I'm like, it felt, her reaction to what was obviously such a momentous occasion for her other half felt muted, but sometimes people react in different ways. I don't know her, and she might be quite a muted celebrator.
Yeah, man.
Good work. Just
I
a
like
little,
that
just a
show.
little clap. Good work. What about you, bro?
Oh, I watched Black Mirror. The new Black Mirror came out.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I can't really give spoilers now. He's got his formula now, Charlie Brooker, and there's a few in there that shock you. There's ones there that mess with you. Less of a moral story in these ones. These are good stories, but sometimes you watch them and at the end of it you go, the moral of the story is less like that, more just interesting watches.
Okay.
And there's like a
I've only ever seen like 2 of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I was mentioning it to people over the weekend. Like, I'm just like getting through Black Mirror. And I realised people going like, oh yeah, man, I've heard that show's okay. Like, yeah, I've heard good things about it. And I realised the people I was talking about were referring to it like it was like some old show. I was like, nah, man. I went on IMDb. I was like, the first episode of this came out 15 years ago.
When you were saying that, I thought, it's been out for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, man, but 15 years, bro.
Raw.
Yeah.
I would have said like 7 or 8.
Yeah. I would have thought, but no, 15 years. But
that was the first episode with the president and the pig.
the Prime Minister and the Pig. Where he told the future. Yeah.
That's one of the ones that I saw.
Yeah, that episode was dark. These are, I'm not saying they're not as dark because if you deep some of the stories, they're flipping dark, but they're just
The tone of it is slightly lower.
Tone of them are dark. There's like, but I think that first one was just like it was the cut through that we needed in it. But now this season was a bit more good. There were good stories, but I don't feel there were like morals at the end of it.
Did you appreciate it less because of that, or it didn't make her?
I just liked it. I enjoyed it.
But you're not like compared to before where it was more moral heavy. Are you on the fence on that, or you're one way or the other, or not, doesn't really fuss you either way?
I think I like the fact that every time you watch a Black Mirror season, you don't know what you're going to get.
Fair play.
You know it's going to be
Fair
sci-fi and future. You know it's going to be future gazing. Like, and a lot of the stuff he does is high concept stuff. But because in the future tech will be quite good, you don't see it. So people who go into games and stuff, they just put a little like pill on the side of their head and they're like, their eyes roll back and their eyes go a funny color and they're like in the dream world. You don't see the tech, but you can still tell the story without having to do too much. But there's some nice. There's a throwback to an old episode. Which was very much referenced some high-end sci-fi stuff. So it was quite nice and sci-fi. So I watched that. And also, Sean, I came up with a new game for you. Unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
What? What's this?
Wrap up today with our new game, which is called Can You Guess What This Song Is From?
Of the week.
Can you guess where the song is from? Okay.
Yeah,
as in from a film or from a... It doesn't matter.
Can you guess what this song is?
Of the week.
I'm just going to be so bad at this.
Right.
Oh, mate, this is not my forte.
I've been on a quest to find a better song, right, than our usual... Yeah.
Wait. But that means that you think that there are better songs out there.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Sean.
For anyone who's listening to this for the first time, I think everybody else that has listened to this knows that it is Marcus's favourite song of all time.
Of the week, even, I'd say.
Of the life.
Of the decade.
Of the life.
Of the life, yeah. So I love that song. But I've been on a quest to find out a song that is better than our Piracy is a Crime.
I'm okay. This is very surprising to me.
So I was going to play a song that was probably one of the most iconic songs of our youth.
Okay.
But this first one is like adjacent to it, so it might take you a while to get.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit it.
Okay.
And turn the volume up.
All right.
Let you nod your head for a bit, and then see the realization. On your face.
Okay.
You know what it's from, though, innit?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
What do you think it's from?
I think it's from GoldenEye.
Yes.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I didn't need to hear anything apart from that noise there. No. Right, go. Oh, can you go back to the beginning?
Certainly.
Go back. Go.
You want to reload up?
Yeah,
the
reload.
Oh, one second,
this noise. I'm going to tell you the noise.
That. Somebody worked out what it was. It was a I think it's like a hi-hat and they scaled it all the way down, so it's like with an echo on it. Someone did it on the internet.
That dong noise immediately transports me back to you stop screen watching, bro.
Yeah, stop screen watching.
And seeing Oddjob with a big head in it and playing on facility.
But Sean, I think this is probably one of the...
Stack.
Yeah,
Stack was the one.
I think one of the best OSTs was this. And you know, some of these songs, they just churn them out in like 5-10 minutes. That's
bro,
that's a mean tune.
Just come on, just that. Those first 2 seconds. If you had just pressed that and stopped, I would have told you straight away it's GoldenEye. That's it. There, GoldenEye.
Yeah, man. Fucking
GoldenEye.
Oh. So, is it better than our? It's not. It just hasn't got the. That, I mean, Piracy, it kicks the doors off.
I feel like you're asking me, but you're not really asking me, innit? Because if I turned around and went, yeah, let's swap it, you'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean swap it? And I'm like, yeah, swap it out, innit? Get rid of that DVD piracy thing.
And instead we're just...
put in a different vibe.
Punishment. Pan. All right, cool. Right. So the next one we've got before we wrap today's show.
Okay.
No, we've flown through time. Where is this song from of the week? This is a harder one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna press play.
Yeah.
And let it run for a bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let us know if you know what it is, but we'll let it play for a little bit.
Previously on X-Men.
Cogs are turning.
Is it? Can I just ask? Can I ask for a lead question? Is it something very iconic, or is it quite
Very iconic. There was a big clue at the start of it as well.
what that X-Men shit? That's come off from fucking X-Men. Surely not. It sounded like it was from. I was going like Ocean's 11 or something.
It's the bachata remix of the X-Men theme.
What? Get the fuck out of here!
That's what.
I know some of the dances bachata.
Sorry.
I know some of the dances bachata.
There we go.
This is the thing, right? I was the
Yeah.
wrong person because I probably wouldn't recognize the original.
Sorry, Sean. Do I have it? I might have it somewhere. Yeah.
Because if I
Maybe
don't
should have that.
recognize the original, I had no chance with the bachata version.
Well, you know what, Sean? I'm sorry I haven't got it because this was a very last minute put together thing. But am I right in thinking your favourite one today was?
Hey, that's
You
so
didn't get
nostalgic. That, do you know what it is as well? The first level of GoldenEye, yeah, the first level when you got to go and dive off the dam. I've done that level like a billion times. The sound of the siren in 007 is like ingrained in me. If I heard that siren over at any point, and if there was like 50 sirens going on, I heard that siren, I'd be like, that's the one from GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's just ingrained. Like that noise is, it's like, it's there somewhere deep down in my gut.
It's one of the best games ever, bro.
100%.
Yeah, man. Anyway, look, we've almost killed a whole hour and we still got some punishment to do. If you want to send some jokes in, jokes@howtokillanhour is where you send them to. jokes@howtokillanhour.com. One day we'll read out all of them and who knows what will happen. At social media, make sure you find us all at How to Kill an Hour. I'm at Marcus Bronzy. Where can we find you at the moment, Sean?
Nowhere currently.
But soon.
Soon.
Stay blessed. I'm looking forward to some punishment, Sean. I've got some good ones for you, boy.
Nice.
Got some good ones for you, boy.
Toit.
All right, man. Stay blessed,
Peace,
guys.
everyone.
See you later. That's it. Sorry. In a bit.